Come on, let's light it up with shots and martinis. Let's take it to the top with whores in bikinis. Oh, yo, yo, let's soak the night in something. Oh, yo, yo, they all know I want it. We the biggest in tone, like the Terminator. We the greatest our own, like a gladiator. Lift your glasses up, cause we never stop. La 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 la, la la la. Gladiator, 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 Maximus. Gladiator, gladiator, Maximus. We the biggest in tone, like the Terminator. We the greatest our own, like a gladiator. Lift your glasses up, cause we never stop. La 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 la.
Dobro veče, dobro veče, dobro veče, dobrodošli. 4. izdanje svemirske avanture. 2 dana me nije bilo iz 2 razloga, kako se uklapa, 2. Bio sam preumoran i tako to, a s obzirom da je izašao ovaj prvi veliki peč za igru, napravio je dosta pometnje među modovima i s obzirom da koristimo ovoliko modova u ovoj prezentaciji, znači 230, 40, 50, ne znam više, postoje 3, ajde da kažem, jesu moda, ali su u stvari alati neophodni da bi ostali modovi radili. I jedan od ta 3 esencijalna alata pravi samo jedan čovek. A nešto se promenilo u kodu, tako da nije mogao da to reši po istom principu kao do sada, a pritom je oboleo od COVID-a i onda mu je trebalo, boga mi, 40 i nešto sati da to reši, tako da je to bila drama na forumima i tako dalje. Ali čovjek je to danas u jutarnjim satima rešio, tako da sada svi modovi s kojima smo krenuli igru rade. Eto. Još jednom dobro veče. Izvolite, ne morate se izvojiti. Junior jeste bolje. Bili smo jutros na kontroli. Još naravno vuče posledice, ali se oporavlja. Ta neka alergija koja mu je izašla je posledica naglih promjena temperature i to obično nastupa posle temperature, da su ti skokovi sa, na primjer, 37 na 39, 40 i tako dalje, pa se spusti, vrati i onda koža malo odreaguje i to bude ohoho. Noobs, tebe ne znam. Kumarići, s obzirom da si mlađi, a javi mi se sutra u neko vreme. Aj se igramo, jebote. Leksa. By the way, jel mikrofon malo bolji nego u zadnje 3 streama? Jel... Neću pitam da li je prijatniji glas, ali nešto meni nije bilo kako treba u prva 3 streama, onda sam video da je nešto promenjeno, pa sam to kliknuo. Sad, ne znam da li malo prirodnije zvuči sa manje artefakta. Prijatnije na uživo, to. Opet onaj fajl moram da editujem. Gde si, Pejiću? Janevski? Što je ovo? Sve vidim neke nove njuškice. O čemu se radi? Otkud vi znate da ja postojim uopšte? Ovo je jedan privatan skup. Ko mi je nov? Noobs i Janevski. Ja vidim to dobro, Janevski. Otkud vi ljudi ovdje? Šta sam zaboravio? Ja zaboravio. Mnogo mi se sviđa ova fora na... Izvinjavam se, stvarno sam amatorio. Sad ću doći. Stavim vodu i uzem dopunu. Ovaj senzor mi je uhvatio kiselu. Taman šta treba. Kao, dobro je da ga ne držimo ovde negdje. Gdje si bre, Fox mene? Čekaj, sad, jesi ti to vratio akaunt ili o čemu se radi? Znam da si rekao da su ti hakovali akaunt i da si izbacio novi link za kanal. I to je ona dvojka. A ovo ti je stari sad. Da si uspeo da ga vratiš? Ajde, krenuli smo s lepim vestima. To je dobro. Šta je bilo sa onim Discord serverom Tarkov Balkan Kud? Iskreno, ja sam se isključio, to jest isključen postao i davno. Čovek koji je osnovao taj Discord se isto malo distancirao iz sve te priče nešto ranije, dobio je i sina i ajde da kažem životni prioriteti su postali malo drugačije, taj Discord su preuzeli neki drugi ljudi, sad u šta se to pretvorilo ne znam, ne pratim tu priču, ali znam da ima par nekih balkanskih Discorda za Tarkov, onako čudno malo orijentisani. Jedan je pretežno onako, ajde da kažem, hrvatska publika, jedan je neka Srbija, ali znaš, ima svega i svačega i na jednom i na drugom. Nisam baš siguran šta se dešava na toj sceni, ali sve više mi liči na onu staru dobru priču bure baruta, znaš. Tako da čak ne bi mogu ni da te posavetujem. Znam da je koliko toliko razumna ekipa na RS-u, Balkan RS ili RS Balkan ili jebem li ga kako se zove. To je nešto okej i ima taj drugi, mislim, kako se zove, ne mogu da se setim, ali su živi Discordi gde se, znaš, ona stvarno priča o Tarkovu. Sad je pitanje kakvu ekipu preferiraš, to je to. Nažalost su te neke podele. Elem, aj se vratimo na Đuskalicu. Uradili smo taj neki početak gde smo sa Saricom otišli i našli, u stvari našli smo tog naučnika koji je radio sa onom crnom ženskom na projektu teramorfera, odnosno nekih hibridnih bića koje, ajde da kažem, podsjećaju na alijene i neki pandan je stare besedine priče iz Fallouta sa Dead Claw-ovima. To je neka priča koja se nastavlja. Sad ću da vidim u taskovima Eyewitness, treba nekog Hadriana da nađemo, a ne, boga mi ne. što se tiče glavne misije, treba da idemo na Veneru, ovo je završeno. Ali ajde kad smo već ovde da pokupimo... Gde si Red? Da li je ozdravio? Bolje jest. Ozdravio nije. Još ima tragove te neke viručine, još malo mu je dupe raspevano i ali je definitivno bolji. Mislim, vidi se po njemu da je izmoren, ali je bolji. Kasperče. Kafa. Sad kad smo već tu u New Atlantisu, pokupit ću samo taskove tu šta imam da kliknem, pa ćemo da idemo na Veneru, da nastavimo main story, pa ćemo da vidimo uz main story kako se budemo kretali da ove sajt taskove radimo. Probat ću da se ubrzam, samo da zakuvam kafu. Ludilo. Imam još jedno pitanje samo. Ovo kao pokušavam da sprovedem neku onako free anketu, meni bitno. Ako neko od vas u svom okruženju, da li su to prijatelji, porodica, šira, uža i tako dalje, ima osobu sa, ajde da kažem, gluvonemu osobu, na primer, koristi računar i tako dalje. Interesuje me šta osoba sa takvim, ajde da kažem, stanjem misli o tome i da li je svesna, da li postoje, ajde da kažem, neki posebni uređaj ili aplikacije koje koriste ili bi voleli da koriste ili bi voleli da postoje za lakše komuniciranje putem, ajde da kažem, računara ili laptopa ili tako nečega. O čemu se konkretno radi? Imam neku ideju da pokrenem projekat o kome sam davno pričao, gde si Petre? Gde bi ovakva neka stvar imala bolju primenu, gde bi znakovni jezik mogao da se integriše u vidu nekog widgeta u popularne programe za komunikaciju, gde bi osoba mogla da koristi znakovni jezik, a da komunicira sa osobom koja ne zna taj jezik putem popularnih aplikacija za komunikaciju, gde bi, ajde da kažem, kompjuterski glas prevodio to što osoba radi, a vraćao bi slušajući znakovnim jezikom, animiranim, da ga tako nazovem, kao odgovor. Znači, kao neki live translate za gluvoneme. Znači, jako me interesuje ako imate osobu takvu u okruženju da postavite pitanje. Znači, taj feedback bi mi bio jako bitan sad u ovom početku. Možda i da stupimo u kontakt da napravimo i neku saradnju u developmentu. Ja nisam našao nešto slično na tržištu, ali mislim da bi to bilo okej. To je inicijalno bio razlog za nabavljanje, inače ovaj uređaj što ja koristim za ovo zajebavanje, znači ništa ruku, kao vidi, bez ruku, je uzet iz tog razloga. Ako pribavite tako neku informaciju, Discord, pa god, Instagram, gde god da možete da me nađete, da mi pustite privatnu poruku ili nešto, like. Ajde se igramo, dosta sam Kenju. Eyewitness. Must District, Adrian, Red Tape, Iron, negde treba da ga skupim, nije bitno. Proceed, Nađa Mufaz. Lokacijono, gde su ove emisije? Kako ja lokacijono mogu da vidim ovo? See Landry Caulfield in New Atlantis about your mortgage. Molim? Aha, imamo ovde svašta. Ovako. Ajmo dozdo. Talk to the scientists by the tree in New Atlantis. Ajmo to. Sad sam selektovao, pa ćemo da vidimo. Show on map, imam ga negde, ali mi ne svetli. Aha, svetli. Znači, danas gledamo prvu izvedbu novog velikog besedinog peča za ovu igru, koji tehnički je popravio možda 10% u poređenju sa onim što je community patch popravio od inicijalne verzije igre. I još uvek nemamo onaj creation kit za igru, tako da svi ovi modovi su namišić. Mnogo skripti u pozadini, poštapalica ovoga onoga, ali to radi, jebi ga. I da podsjetim, Igramo na staroj kanti. Šta znači stara kanta? 6800K, 1080 GTX kartica, 32 giga nekog sporograma, SSD dosta dobar, 2K rezolucija, ultra high.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Što mi ne kažete da zvuk nije u redu? A ne, ovo se čuju ovi tvrčci, neko sranje.
Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance?
I've passed by this particular tree many times, and honestly, I never gave it a second thought. Does it hold some sort of special significance?
Finally, somebody understands. Unless, wait. You're not mocking me, right? People. Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Nisam. Uzet ću. Čekaj, moguće da moram da skeniram drveć. Aha, ja mogu. On meni ipak pokazuje sve taskove, iako nisu aktivni, verovatno zbog nekog moda. Šta ja treba da odradim ovdje? Ajmo da vidimo The Lodge. Gde si robio? Si mi dobar, Burazeru? Matko. A ovo ono je, držim se. Držim se. Talk with Noel. Ajde da pričamo sa ovom ženkicom kad smo već tu.
I'm eager to explore the universe. There's nothing quite like the feeling of returning home.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eye full time. Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something, an energy surge, some other phenomenon. He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people report in these situations. I'm not saying you didn't really see anything, just that it's really hard to determine after the fact. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right? Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Check out Constellation mission board in the lodge, Dobro.
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this. Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us. Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep. Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
No thanks.
Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter is quite proud of the collection, but Matteo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there.
No, on je
A
reper.
moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Ajde da uradimo turu, jebi ga. Sad kad smo pojeli govno. Gde si bre, Andrej, jebote?
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Zombije, kakve zombije je?
Okay, this'll be you.
Ti nikad nisi bio
Common room
čist.
on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy.
Dobro, čekaj, stani
We've
ženska.
always considered ourselves okay, let's take a look.
Quark degenerate tissues. Lepo ona ovo otkupljuje, jebote.
Stay safe, okay?
Talk to the bartender at Viewpoint in New Atlantis. Brownouts in well. Talk to Sergeant Yumi in New Atlantis. Mission board. Mission board. Gde je mission board? Dole. Ne može koop, nažalost. A ima potencijala. Ali vidi, ko zna šta će ova igra da bude za godinu, dve. By the way, jedan od modova koji sam stavio je nivelacija misija. Poenta je da prate progres igre i level igrača. Znači da ne bude zakucano, misije su zakucane tipa za početak igre i posle toga postaju besmislene, na prvom mestu što s kasnim nivoima generisanja love je wow, a misije koje radiš, kakve god da su, otprilike daju u istom rangu nagradu. Tako da nema poente da ih radiš. Ja sam sad koji 94. nivo, ovo je početak igre i ovo bi negde trebalo da bude kao ok, priča o nešto 12-15.000 i tako dalje. Ajde prihvatimo neku misiju. Ta u ceti, tamo sam bio. Ma heo, ne znam gde je. Tamo nisam bio. Aha, da istražimo celu planetu i da napravimo onu neku knjižicu sa... A čekaj, mogu sve da prihvatim? Ma da, ajmo redom. Ajmo redom. Dobro, ovo smo rešili, ajde imamo što imamo dalje. Yumi. Aj, neću da selektujem ni jednu miziju, nego da vidim sa ovim markerima Mid-Hadrian i New Atlantis Must District. Može, ajmo Hadrian da posetimo, to je ona crna ženska za koju smo dostavljali onaj uzorak teramorfera. Hadrian. Hadrian. Jesam selektovao? Mislim da jesam. Važi, matori, vidimo se, čujemo se svakako. Zzz.
Captain, over here. The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC, it's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked.
Ovo mi je malo jeziva priča. Gde si bre talandera bre, jebem li ti sandalicu?
He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. It's hard to know exactly what might sway them. I'd just be honest about what you saw. A colony wiped out, and a lot of lives lost. Something we don't want anyone else to have to experience.
Ajde, završimo
Come find me when you're done.
šta imamo ovde. Nešar. Nešar. Čekaj, kako da nađem Nešara? Nađa.
Welcome back.
Aha, Luzenc. Dobro. Ajde nam samo kaže gde nam je Nešar. Nešare? Nešar.
You have a death wish or something?
Jašar da nije. Soundtrack, interesantna stvar. Te si bre ko sovac, jebote. Živ sam, burazrče, živ sam. Malo s pederskim igricama, ali jebi ga, tako smo mogućnosti. Si dobar? Dobro večer, Aleksandra. Čekaj, zar... Spaceport. Da, što se tiče soundtracka, popio sam 2 violationa. Jedan je bio sa promenjenim soundtrackom, gde je čovjek koji je napravio tvrdio da je royalty free, nije. A onda sam popio za drugi stream za originalni zvuk iz igre. Tako da, fuck it. Stanem. Pa uopšte nije ovde. Ma ja sam se zajebao. Ja sam se zajebao. Sergeant Yumi. Aj kad smo već ovde idemo do Yumija. Čekaj, gde je Yumi? Activities. To bi trebalo da je ovde negdje. Aha. Meseci kmusovac, ideš u minđac mali.
If it isn't my favorite part-time security officer. Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale. It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people. It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the... Well, safe...
Šta, nemam šta da pričam s njim, čem se radi?
See you later.
What? Talk to Yumi i ništa? Sergeant Yumi. Ba nisam dobio strajk, dobio sam upozorenje da kao ne može da se monetizuje. Mislim, ja svakako ne monetizujem sadržaj na ovom kanalu. Mislim, sadržaj u smislu reklama i tako dalje. Znači, jedino kako ovaj kanal zarađuje je membership, onaj super chat, i to je što se tiče YouTube-a i PayPal donacije. Da, imam i prodavnicu na Streamlabsu. tamo kad se uđe ima ono merchandise, imate šolju, duk sa kapuljačom, onaj hoodie i majicu koja nije ovakva. Majice naručujem za 10 dana. U stvari, majicu možete da vidite, tamo ima neki uglješak koji kao nosi tu majicu, ali to nije dobar prikaz na prodavnici, nego na Discordu u kanalu Adorable Animals, gde ljudi kače životinje. Naša gledateljka iz Teksasa, mislim da je u Teksasu, je poručila tu majicu i napravila je par fotki. Samo bez balavljenja, majka dvoje maloletne dece, ovo ono. I majica uopšte nije loša. Ja ću naručiti komada 2 za 10 dana da vidim kako izgleda ta majica. Znači, crna majica, sad vidjet ćemo kakav je kvalitet. Ima ovaj znak, samo ne ovako, ovo mi je mama kupio, da ne verujete. I na ramenu ima mali logo. Sad cena mu dođe u dinarima negde oko 2000 dinara, dođe ti na kućnu adresu. Nije jeftina, ali znaš kao, gde ćeš da nađeš Maximus majicu? Sergeant Yami, znači ništa, dobro. Ali poenta nemonetizacije YouTube-a je da ne bude onih dosadnih reklama da vas maraju. Znaš ono, zašto? Zbog par eura, I don't give a fuck, stvarno. Viewpoint. Gde si bre žensko, šta ima ovo ono?
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis? Oh boy. I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the ice. Know what I mean? Listen, you just relax. Make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Anybody stuck living in the well, it almost certainly isn't by choice. And things down there aren't that bad. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide.
Kids.
You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me.
Surprise me. Neki dry gin sa sirupom od naranđe. Sabija. Brinem se za tebe. Jel to do godina ili si počeo da preferiraš muškarčić?
Otherwise, I'm just giving a speech and I hate public speaking.
Čuda, Darth Vader je sisica. Ga izvrnem ko hobotnicu. Dry jeans, bre, to se nije bilo bre ni u srednjoj školi.
That's a nice offer and all, but I kind of want to keep this proprietary. Secret, even. No offense. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo.
Funny story, I just happened to find this package. Da, vežba sam malo češalj.
What? Are you kidding me right now? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right? I mean, I want to know, but it's maybe better if I don't. You really do love your jokes. You are joking, right? Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you have the first ever sample. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered. I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really? Thank you so much.
Piće se zove Supernova. Uhu. Pa šta si pekao rakiju, a?
Well, that's what I'm here for. What'll it be?
Chardonnay. A ne, ovo Chardonnay. Nisam za Sauvignon, Riesling. Supernova. A šta daje Supernova? Aha. Nećemo ništa.
Catch you later.
Super mod. Vidio moju žensku, a? Banderica. Gde si nestala? Gde si, bre?
Ever been to Sidonia? My brother works there.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything.
Čekaj, neko mi je uvalio...
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know. Bit of a slow news there. Ah, well, speaking... ridiculous. Anyway. Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
Ko primamo donacije u flašama. Brownouts in the well. Ajmo in the well.
Never a dull day in the big city.
Super ti trash.
A friend of mine bought this ship. It's literally called the Narcissus. So yeah, I definitely think it's a vanity purchase.
Oh yeah. If they really wanted to explore the galaxy, they would have gotten a discovery.
Seriously, what do you even need a ship for? There's so many other things you can buy with those credits.
A ovaj kao Shrinking Head James Brown. Propo.
Have a good one.
I think I'm going to buy that new apartment. It's pricey.
There are always about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming. Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry, I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous.
Da znate samo, znači, šta je promenjeno od vanile? Kosa, sve teksture lica su podignute na 2K i 4K skalirane.
Coworker of mine on this assignment with me, clearly not taking it seriously. Not really surprising. Most folks are fine with ignoring what goes on down here. We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted through various subsystems. But it's kind of a two-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those subsystems and power them down. The other person needs to monitor the system remotely. It's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small chance of electrocution. Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need isn't very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
Not sure if those models
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, open it up and flip the big switch. That's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry. All right, you should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so it may be a little harder to see. That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right? You should be near the next junction box. would suggest avoiding eye contact. That should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. Then the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
When I grow up.
Is there a type of weapon combat tech won't make?
Even in the well, the Trade Authority continues to flourish. Makes you sick, doesn't it?
It's cliche, but it's true. Everything has a price. And whatever it may be, I can afford it. If there's something you need, no matter what it is, either I have it, or I can get it. Ah, yes, I've been expecting
Ovo je
you.
neki task koji sam pokupio
Here's your
slučajno.
package. And don't worry, I've already corrected the ownership record for you. Good. I'm glad we understand each other. Thanks for your business. The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
To je gore u nekoj radnici. Kako da ja dođem ovde gore? Aha.
Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of field attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down.
Ne. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Maybe in the short term, but overall it paid off. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain, but if not, then this is where we part ways.
Čekaj, stani.
So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly? I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who's going to wind up in trouble. Zoe's got a way of twisting things. Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
Lepo kapić. Kakav debeli.
You'll have to remind me of your name, dear. I'm afraid I can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain. Check the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what.
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we're prepared to handle the situation.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay?
I won't fire the first shot, but I will fire the last one. Huh? Cocky. Overreacting.
Believe me, I really hope I am. But I'll tell you, people in my division tell stories about Zoe. She's got a lot of influence.
So, just relax.
Okay, you're probably right. Just need to breathe.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and I've been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box?
Okay.
I wish I could go with you on your ship, but I'm not old enough.
Беше предет.
Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay? I appreciate that you've listened to reason.
The junction box should be just nearby. Adequately done. Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams. We'll have this solved in short order.
She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface, which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
we agree that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
A što mi je ovo svetlo i dalje? Tram station. Podzemna ovdje ima. Ovo je veće nešto nego što sam mislio.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me.
it first. I'll be certain the mast gets what it needs. But I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Dobro.
On the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections. Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower. Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
Last minute check. Breath? Check. Shower? Hair?
Ovo je delo mode.
Check and double check. Lucky shed. It's never let me down.
Ovo je neki drugi način, ne?
Easy money.
Mašina i sušilica. Treba kupiti sušilicu. A ga je lepo uklopio, a? Ovo mi treba. A, znači rade na banci. Gde ja treba da idem sad? Nešto internet malo zza. Gdje si, Kanto?
If you ask me, it's always a good time.
A što ovo još uvek stoji aktivno? To je onaj switch gore. Da skratim put. I ništa. Znači ovo da nestane? Nestane.
That your ship that landed not too long ago? It sure is something.
Hajde da snimimo pa da vidimo šta će da nam...
Thanks for all that work. You can give me what you found now.
Do you have something for me? I'm glad you made the right decision. I'll look this over and make sure that Mast gets just as much as they need, not a bit more. The Trade Authority will not forget what you've done for us. Oh my. Someone was attempting to hack Gallery? And at a glance, it appears they may have had some success. This will make for some entertaining late-night reading. Well, Miss Reyes, it's been such a pleasure having you here. I'll be sure and pass along my compliments to your superiors.
I hope whatever that is, it's worthless to you. And you know, I'm still not sure you weren't behind this all along, whatever this is.
I'm sorry to hear you say that. I was trying to be sincere. Well, in any event, thank you for a wonderful diversion from my usual work.
I have 3 projects that are backburnered right now because I totally understand that Mast has a... They said they were going to bring someone on to help out. Take some of the load off me. There are always about a million things to do. And I have 3 projects that are backburnered right now because no one has time to help me.
Super.
3!
Yeah, you're supporting them anyway.
That's fine.
Moram da priznam da igra u ovom delu neuporedivo bolje radi posle ovog peča nego pre peča. Mislim, na moje mašini.
Selling art is it's amazing what passes as art nowadays.
Ovaj lik koji mi je dao ovde taj neki primjerak što sam u međuvremenu dao ovaj ženski iz Trade Authority-a. Ili ona meni.
Are you crazy? Keep your damn voice down.
What was his name again? When's the last time he delivered?
Oh, that guy. His name was,
Oh, get off your high horse. I didn't trick you. You're just not very observant. What do you have to complain about? You're getting paid? Everything went smoothly. No one got hurt. It's all part of the game, my friend. It pays to get your hands a little bit dirty. It pays very, very well. But I digress. Thank you for your discretion. Now that our little transaction is complete, I should be on my way. Take care, and let's not talk about this again. That's of no concern to you. I told you at the end of our business that we will not speak about it. Do not mention my work again. See you.
Živi. I to smo skinuli s vrata. A što treba da pričam s vama? Treba da...
Life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get... See you around.
Ništa. Ajmo dalje. Tu... Light in the darkness. Nađemo faz. Gde je to? To nije ovde. Jeste. Commercial District. Ajmo tamo. Nema akcija, a?
I've got a feeling about you. He writes me. You have a story to tell. Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst.
Listen, I might be able to hook you up with some merch. Maybe get you a ticket to a speaking gig.
We spend hundreds of hours digging into stories, sorting the lies from the damned lies. Then David performs a 2-minute segment and wins an award. Who'd have a problem with that? Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over? Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you work, really work, for a living. I bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things.
Ovo me isto sačekao, znači ovo nisam mogao da izbjegnem. Kako sam došao u New Atlantis, lik me je startovao na ulici u vezi kao nekog događaja gde sam ja bio, da treba da se obratim ovo ženski za priču i da dobijem neku nagradu. I to je ovo pod brojem 1. Ding!
Tommy? Tommy did something useful? So you must be the captain of the Frontier? Rumor is there was a firefight at a mining installation. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me?
BRB. What?
I could take a breather too. Searching the old memory banks, huh? You're really unusual. Searching the old memory banks, huh? I could take a breather too. You're really unusual.
Mačorka. A ovo je ženka. Napravimo tebe zvezdu. Možda je zadržim. Ajde.
I could take a breather too.
I tebe, matore, nisam vidio dugo. U stvari sebe nisam vidio dugo, to je fora. The Agres mining facility on Vectera. What's the stories are you working on right now?
I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. Trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked. Really? You sure? The well's a pretty dangerous place. It might be too much for a first-time reporter. Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house, Henrik Zoran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the Med Bay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough.
Čekaj da se vratim ovoj glavnoj priči. Priči.
If you've seen something interesting, let me know. If it pans out and... Dear Lord, everyone... He's way too damn cozy with the use...
Dobro za malo razgovore.
We're short-staffed, not to mention there's a So...
Ajde da uredimo intervju.
Some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Pa sad ne možda mi uvatiš, jebi ga, ovo je 4. stream posle ne znam koliko meseci. I to kao, ajde, uhvatio sam neki ritam, ali ne znam koliko će da se održi. Probat ću da iznesem ovu igru do kraja i da vidim da je, znaš, ono, prikažem u što boljem svetlu, jer sam se nešto zainatio. Ako me stvarno ne ubije, ono, na putu. Ovaj sad, evo je, s obzirom da je ovo početak igre malo dosadno, u smislu too much conversation, ali, aj sad ću da probam da isečem, pa da krenem na glavnu misiju, vjerovatno će da me odvede na neku dinamiku.
Searching the old memory banks, huh? Rare minerals, you say? That would be worth the price of admission. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group?
I was one of the miners.
Huh. I didn't realize Argos extractors hired such capable crew. So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
Ima. Otići ćemo na njega. Čak ima i lep set misija za nje. Mislim, nisu ni misije. Više je onako kao Venitin misije. Pošto je kao planet napušten. Jer cijela priča stoji iza toga kako su ljudi sa zemlje otišli jer više nije bila za život i tamo je, ono, kao i u real life-u kuda idemo da uništimo sve na čemu stojimo. Sečemo granu na kojoj sedimo i tako su nastale ove nove kolonije. A na zemlju može da se vrati i ima, ajde da kažem, te Vanity misije gde se skupljaju podaci pa nisu svetska čuda, ali neka znamenita mesta koja su preživela na zemlji, da se posete i da se vide posle te, nazovi, apokalipse. A postoje modovi koje nisam aktivirao, gde su ljudi u stvari oživeli zemlju. Ali doći ćemo do toga. U prethodnom streamu smo bili u Sol sistemu, u stvari našem sistemu, i bili smo na Marsu. To je, ja mislim, to je bio Tau Ceti. Da li treba da idemo na Mars ili... U stvari, ne, na Marsu smo pokupili, išli da ubijemo onog teramorfa, mislim. Sad mi se malo pomešalo u glavi, ali provjerit ćemo. Aj, neću da pominjem Berete ovde. The mining crew banded together and fought them off with mining lasers.
Huh. Sounds like a good outfit. The heroic miner is a good angle. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report.
Dobro, kao nešto smo završili. Vidi, Romane, ja nisam igrao igru, čak nisam gledao ni drugi streamove. Ono što sam uradio je da sam poslušao kod Gajbe, kod Vlade i kod Miše the Punka kraj streama gde su dali neko svoje mišljenje i zaključio sam seriju negativnosti. Mada mislim generalno da je ući prvog dana u besedinu igru veliki promašaj, odnosno pogrešan pristup u smislu da njihove igre su pravljene za baštenskog puža koji živi u Americi. I to je onako tužno. Međutim, otkrili su tajnu formulu, a to je da od početka igru naprave dostupnu, ajde da kažem, već sa tradicijom, prepuste poznatoj ekipi modera. I maltene ceo Nexus mod sajt, ja mislim da više od 60-70% pokriva besedine igre. Skyrim, nenormalan uspeh sa moderima. Fallout serijal, maltene kompletan. Ova igra je baš loše startovala i ispostavilo se da je najgore besedino ostvarenje. Ja sam sačekao, nisam ušao u priču, ušao sam u mehaniku jer sam znao da je preslikan Fallout, što jeste, samo je prebačeno u drugu neku drugačije okruženje, ali previše su prebacili mehanike, ali koja je mehanika u pitanju? Outpost building, to je bio base building u Falloutu, koji se još uvek razvija. Storytelling je onako veoma tvrd. Neću da kažem da je nemaštovit. Maštovit je, ima nekih forica, ali je... Sačekao sam da prođe neko vreme, svalio sam skoro 250 modova, još uvek proširujem to, ali menja mehaniku u smislu da sama borba kako na kopnu, tako i u svemiru bude dramatičnija, izazovnija, da vizualno bude prijamčije, nekako da ima više smisla, ali ova igra je definitivno zakasnila 5 godina, bar. Ali pokušat ćemo iz ovoga da izvučemo nešto... Ajde da vidimo gde smo sa storijem. Yumi neće ništa, to smo završili, to nam je dead end. Ovo ne znam ni gde je. Whetstone, Wellberg. Da, ovo slučajno nije...
Picking away at the leftovers of the colony war. You'll find them scouring through old labs and facilities, taking whatever's not nailed down.
Ajde vidimo ovo za gajbu. S obzirom da imamo love, ovo bi trebalo da podsjet... Pa ja sam u Commercial District, kako se to zove? Kad ja ne mogu da provolim sad koji je to task. Dream Home. Dream Home, koliko znam, pri kreaciji karaktera na početku, ako se uzme trait, ja mislim da je trait, ona 3 koja možete da birate, jedan je Dream Home. Taj Dream Home, to je kao neka kuća koju treba da otplatite ili nešto, ali je jedinstvena i samo na taj način može da se dobije. To je vanity u igri, ali ajde da vidimo o čemu se radi. Ja sam to uzeo čisto iz estetskih razloga. Mnogo mi se sviđa ova jakna. Mnogo mi se sviđa. Samo da nije u pantalonama, nego u farmerkama.
Can you imagine how many credits flow through this place? Figuratively,
Listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and you don't look like a new hire stumbling through their first day. Who exactly are you? Really? Huh. You have your own ship? Oh, this is perfect. Kismet, really. I have a business proposition for you that could help us both out. Very lucrative. So you see right through me. You've got a good eye. You are just the person I'm looking for. Well, confession time. I might just be a little desperate. See, the world of credit analysis, you know, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, well, it's a tough field. What I need is a ringer. Someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is you. You work with me. The fee you get will be huge.
Uterivanje dugova.
If you haven't noticed, and I'm guessing you have, the settled systems is big. Like really big. Someone gets seriously underwater, they skip the system. And it's a real pain to track them down. Sad truth is, we can't track everyone down, so credit analysis always has a black eye when reporting to the higher-ups. Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam, and Dieter Maliki jumps system. Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it? The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. And we don't want him dead, we don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen. You may need to lean on him, scare him. Nothing illegal, just talk to him. And don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I guarantee there's not some poor sick aunt that needs credits for surgery. These are scofflaws, scum, flagrantly violating the terms of their gal bank agreements. I'll send over all the details. You find Dieter and bring his account current.
Decided to take a break from exploring to collect some debts. Not exactly a Constellation-worthy pastime, but I'll follow your lead.
I hate to end on this note, but, you know, not everyone's a straight arrow. If you cut a deal with Dieter, honestly, I have no way of knowing. But don't expect any more jobs for me. Best of luck. I believe in you.
Oh, Čale je sa juga, a?
Together we can really make a difference.
I want to talk to you about my house on Nusi.
Right, small home in the Olympus system, right? There's a balance on that property. Argos Extractors negotiated a very fine loan for you. There are weekly payments, but if you miss a payment, no big deal. It's a pay-as-you-go type of affair. But I think we'd all be happier if you dealt with the mortgage one way or the other.
Vajću, ako si gledao igru ili igrao igru, poštujem, ali trenutno delim tvoje mišljenje. Trenutno. Voleo bih još da sjebem jedno između 15 i 30 sati live-a, pa da krenem ne pogrešno me shvatiš, da kenjam na tu temu. Za sada mi je isprano, jako isprano. Priča je isprana, mehanika, ali mehanika je tu side quest. Ono što sam htio da kažem, Vajiću, Romane, Aleksandra neću da maltretiram. File, ne znam u kom smo problemu, ali vidi ovako. Ova kutija cigara, da se podeli na 4 dela, pa da izdoniram vama, da bi mogli da stavite kacigu na glavu. Za cenu ove pakle. A znate da ovo nije baš najsigurnije mesto da idete gologlavi.
Not to be rude here, but I do have... Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. But we can deal with your concerns. So there are 2 ways to take care of a loan for good. One's easy. Just pay off the balance, and the house is yours, free and clear. And you are one very happy new homeowner. The other option, less ideal, is just walk away and we foreclose on the property.
$125 soma. Što je ne bi kupili?
Everything is in order. Excellent. Let me be the first to congratulate you on owning your house fully. No more mortgage payments for you. I have to finalize the paperwork, but I wish you all the best.
Ja treba da odem do kuće, da vidimo tu kuću. Gdje je kuća? Ajmo do Mass Districta da nastavimo sa main questom. Ja mislim da je main quest.
Still no word from the cabinet. Anything you wanted to discuss in the interim?
Nope.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
A zašto se ona brže kreće od mene i svi NPC-evi se brže kreću od mene u slow walku?
Captain, can I help you?
Da, nije to proceed to cabinet chambers. Za brže kretanje u smislu hoda. Da ga izniveliše sa NPC-evima. Video sam da ima ono kao da ti ne troši staminu. Ali znaš već kako ćeš ti to meni da ovo ono. A mi sad treba da se raspravi. Nju boli nešto.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Dvojka, da odmah krenemo u dramu.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic, and at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
Oh, a ti si mi inače...
Diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Ova Belo ima isti glas kao ova ženska pored mene. Izgleda da su se samo igrali sa equalizerom. Si ponovio poruku? Ja sam ti samo rekao, gde si ga? Kagi, radiš sutra, evo, to ovo je neko kasno javljanje za tebe. A da, u stvari, ti svratiš na kratko, što se kaže, na kavicu. Ajmo dvojku.
It's a little
Just taking her word for it as well,
I understand. So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Oprala. If there is a chance what happened on Tau Ceti could happen anywhere, elsewhere, you need to grant the request. Personally, I would wait. You don't... ajmo da forsiramo na keca.
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then so be it.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
Well, I am not. I've heard nothing here to convince me that we should do anything but wait. And I will not risk galactic peace on a question of if.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. Perhaps once we've... What was that?
Attention. Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got.
Like it.
You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it now. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Gdje ste bre kirovi? Ajde da pucamo malo. Na krave.
The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
Stop! We're trying to help you! That's it. Now hit him with everything you've got.
EM weapon. To je ovo. Zašto EM? Da ih uspavam.
Damn it. Lost them.
Lights out.
Equip followers.
Not me. Focus on the attackers.
Only one point of Moira's patrol. Have something for me?
Odakle mi EM weapon? Energy. Energy nije EM. Energy, čekaj, a moje oružje? EM, ovo je EM. A kako to da izvedem? Znači da se snimim. Da nađemo spot. Ok, let's try. Uf. Ne, ali sad mi igra radi jezivo. Nešto se desilo. Aha.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready. Let's do it.
That's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Da, još jedan save da napravimo. U stvari bio je ovdje autosave, ali nema veze. Oh. What? Jel treba da ga ubijem ili da ga omamim? Dobro. Soriška. Što se kaže, bit će bolje za 5.500 eura.
Wait, officer? Are you and this woman experts? Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad. We're barely holding our perimeter.
I don't stock up on junk.
Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We hold them as best we can. I can only spare the one fire team. Everyone else,
Fire team.
Holding this perimeter.
You might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here, but we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
Mislim da će dvojku da izaberem.
Your call. We're on the line.
Makšir. Prvo lice, a? Ovo je spa... A zašto se ja ne bi obukao? Drugi, a? Me zgovnjo. Bajču.
Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move.
Situation order has been issued. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Just stand there. Good.
Wait, officer? Are you and this woman...
Sad je okej.
Experts? Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Heard you might be looking for some backup.
You two have any experience?
Only the brief they do.
Surviving a full...
We're not using...
Idemo bez njih.
We're on the line.
Super. Idemo quick save, da ne moramo ponovo.
target down. Nice work, Captain.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place. Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
So fast.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
Those creatures killed UC citizens. They're not killing anymore.
Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have some respect, will you? That's the president of the colonies you're addressing.
No, you two were in the right. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the Cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Damage to the spaceport. The costs of this attack are greater than I think we realize.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
They're doing.
Ovde je break. Da vidimo čiste glave šta ćemo da uradimo u narednim koracima. Mislim da smo sad zagazili u UC priču. Vadimo se iz političkih govana šta su zasrali naši dragi koegzistenti. Uvek ista priča. Uvek ista priča. Kad se mali ljudi igraju Boga. Nevertheless, drugari, hvala na druženju. Jebi ga, ja radim, stvarno radim. I tako to. sutra potrudit ću se. Svi znate da sam ja malo spori, da imam te monologe i potrebu da objasnim šta će da se desi, s obzirom da prezentacija svega ovoga je onako malo štura. Ali dobro, ajde, bila je neka akcija, ali nije me impresioniralo, nije. Ali imamo mod u rukavu koji može još više da oteža celu ovu priču, tako da vidjet ćemo kako se razvijaju stvari. Anyways, hvala na druženju. Akcija je cool, no thanks. Nadam se da nećemo to da gledamo. Gledamo se uskoro. Izbacit ću najavu, ovo ono. I evo ga, mali se probudio. Čuje da gasi. Drugari, vidimo se uskoro. Ćao, hvala vam puno.
Come on, let's light it up with shots and martinis. Let's take it to the top with whores in bikinis. Oh, yo, yo, let's talk the night in champagne. Oh, yo, yo, they all know how I need. We the biggest in town, like the Terminator. We the greatest around, like a gladiator. Lift your glasses up, cause we never stop. La 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 la, la la la. Gladiator, 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 gladiator. Maximus, gladiator, gladiator, gladiator. Maximus. We the biggest in town, like the Terminator. We the greatest around, like a gladiator. Lift your glasses up, cause we never